We at FPDN realised that there were no appropriate developed resources to support the Aboriginal communities in getting ready to tell their story for the NDIS in particular. So the book Our Way Planning is a book developed to encourage Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people with disabilities to tell their stories. So this is most important in getting supports in their life for, improve how they're living out in community.
When I first started working with community to get people engaging with disability supports and services and talking about what they needed, the resources available to me at that time were very, very text heavy. And for people where English is their second, third and fourth language, it wasn't really all that practical. So sat down and developed a whole new lot of resources, going back to traditional style of storytelling and using traditional symbols and art to get people to identify what they need and how many supports they would need and what that support may look like. And we just took the term of resilience-based models of care and turned it into what keeps you strong. And using the traditional art and storytelling has proven to be a really great way to sit down and engage with people and break down that barrier. It's the old adage, one picture paints 1,000 words, so it's a lot easier to do it that way.
The inception of the National Disability Insurance Scheme is probably one of the first major changes in Australian society around how services are directed in community. So this is a whole new concept for our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities, because the previous disability supports, individuals or community were told what they were allowed to get. This new concept, it's about people directing their own supports. So this is a whole new social change. And it doesn't come from the medical model of, people being able to be fixed. It comes from the disability movement model of strengths-based. So everyone in community should have access to the community they want, and how they access that community should be, developed around their strengths. When we've used the book out in community, our Way Planning book, people for the first time, I think, understand what the planning process means, because, for a lot of our community, they're afraid to voice their concerns because they were never allowed to have a voice in how their services were met in their lives. When we've used out in community, people have cried because it's the first time that they've felt part of any government process in their life. So I think it's going to be really important that, this can be a game changer in our communities.